everyone, Amanda Saladin here from Love Life Yarn, and today we're going to be crocheting this beautiful diamond stitch. So in this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to create this beautiful texture with a 4-row repeat. The materials I'm going to be using in this tutorial are Lion Brand Scarfy yarn. This was left over from a blanket that I had crocheted, so I wound it into a cake, but you can see the color changes there. I also have a size L, which is an 8mm hook. This one's by Prim. And so we're going to use these two things for our tutorial today. To begin, chain any multiple of 4 plus 1. So for this swatch here, I have 21, and we're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. That makes a single crochet. So work this. I'm working into the back of my chains. You'll work a single crochet in each chain, and you'll have a multiple of 4. So you could have 16, 20 for your practice like I'm doing now, or for a blanket, which I do have a blanket pattern. I will link the description below. Really doesn't matter as long as it ends up a multiple of 4 when you have your stitches. So go ahead and work the rest of this row in single crochet. All right, here's my finished row 1. It may curl a bit over here like you see on the left. That is okay. It will work itself out as we do more rows. Now we're going to work double crochet. So chain 3. At the end of our video, I'll show you a hack to not have to chain the 3. But for now, I'm just using a chain 3 for those of you who like to use it. Yarn over and then insert hook and pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops in your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And you're going to work this all the way down. These 2 rows get us set up for the stitch pattern. So you won't have another row of just single crochet, but double crochet will be what we'll use on the back side of every one. So go ahead and double crochet all the way across. Right, I have double crocheted, I have a single and row of doubles. So now we're ready to start the diamond stitch pattern. And to do this, you're going to chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch, and the second, and the third. So we're single crocheting 3. And for our diamond stitch, we're going to front post treble 2 together. So yarn over twice, like I've just done. And we're looking at the little V stitches here of our single crochets. You want the second stitch in. You insert behind the post, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 again, leaving these last 2 on the hook. Yarn over twice, like we did when we began. Skip 1, 2, 3 of the single crochets, find the next one, insert around the post, yarn over, pull up loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and finally yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook. Now look behind there. We're going to skip this stitch that was next, right behind, and in the next 3 we're going to single crochet 3. Always make sure you skip one of these stitches when you do the treble crochets. After 3 single crochets, we're ready for a front post treble together again. But we're going to start right here in this very same space. So the same single crochet you worked that last leg in. Remember, you stop when you have 2 loops on your hook. And then we're skipping 3. So look for 1, 2, 3 single crochet, and then front post treble around the next. When you have 3 loops left on your hook, you'll yarn over and pull through all 3. Skip that stitch right behind it right here and single crochet 3. Now we're ready for that front post treble 2 together, if my yarn will cooperate. Right here, the very same one, very same single crochet. Start around it, working till there are 2 loops left on your hook. Yarn over twice. Now skip 3. And then work around the post of the next single crochet. And again, skipping this stitch right here, single crochet 3. You'll just repeat this. My yarn's getting a little tight. Here I have my cake on the floor next to my seat, and you'll just repeat that. Single crochet 3, and then work that front post treble to where you have these upside down V's all the way down. Now here I am at the end, and I'm going to skip, and I should have 4 stitches left. So I'm going to single crochet 4. I know we started with a single crochet 3 on one side, but when they were even and both had single crochet 3s, it looked uneven. So ever since then, I have always added this extra stitch, and it's worked out great. All right, now we're going to work row 4, which every time you're looking at the back of your work here, you're going to be just working a row of double crochet. So you chain 3, or like I said, I'll show you a hack for a chainless double crochet at the end, and then you double crochet all the way across. So anytime you don't see that diamond stitch pattern, you know you're on an even row, which is a double crochet row. So go ahead and work your double crochet stitches all the way across, and I'll show you the next row of the diamond pattern. All right, I completed row 4, and now we're ready to add the next part of our diamond stitch pattern. So row 5, you will chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch. Now we're going to make just a front post treble, so yarn over twice. Right here where both of these 2 stitches meet, go underneath where that front post treble 2 together was. Yarn over, pull a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 times. And there's your front post leaning off to the side there. Skip that stitch behind it and single crochet 3. If you're unsure, always check that this middle second single crochet is right above your front post treble. Now let's front post treble 2 together. Insert around, again, both of the legs of that front post treble 2 together from 2 rows below. Work till there are 2 stitches between 2 loops, and then your hook. Yarn over twice again. Find the next front post trebles. Make sure you're working around the whole front post treble 2 together. And it's the same stitch we worked before. And again, skip behind it and single crochet 3. There's always 3 single crochets in between your front post treble 2 togethers. Okay, and we can see it's lining up with our stitches, and you just keep going front post treble 2 together, single crochet 3 till we get here to the last 4 stitches. And we're going to front post treble around that last front post treble 2 together. Make sure you work under both. Make sure you can get your hook under there like I did. And then you work a front post treble, skip that one, and you have 2 stitches left. So single crochet into that stitch and your turning chain, which sometimes you need your fingernail to get into if you're like me, which is why I prefer to use the chainless double crochet. All right, so that's row 5. And for row 6, it's another row where we're looking at the back of the work. So we're just going to simply double crochet all the way across. So go ahead and double crochet all the way across, and we have 1 more of the repeat rows to go. Here's what we should look like after row 6. You can see our pattern setting up. And row 7 is really the same as this first row we worked on here of the row 3. You're going to chain 1, single crochet 3, and now instead of having to work into those single crochets like we did in row 3, we're going to front post treble around our existing stitches. So once you get it set up like this, it's really not that hard because you know you're always working into these front post treble from rows below. Leave those 2 loops on, yarn over twice, find your next set of front post treble 2 together, and then finish out our stitch that we've already been working. Skip. I always have to look behind it for me, just to make sure I always look behind to make sure I skip 1, and then I single crochet 3. And then we're just going to repeat that all the way across. Front post treble 2 together, single crochet 3 all the way down to the last 5 stitches. So here I am, my 5 stitches left. I'm going to work one more of our front post trebles 2 together to finish out the diamond stitch pattern. And on the end here, I'm working, we just did a regular front post treble over here. So work just around that at the end here. And again, skipping the stitch behind it and single crocheting in the last 4. And that sets us up for our pattern. And now you would just repeat rows 4 through 7 for the pattern. And it just keeps going. You know that when you're looking at the back side, you're working a double crochet row. And when you're working the front, you can tell where the V's, kind of, if the V's facing up or down, kind of, if you need to single crochet 1 or 3 at the end. So let's look at this. You can see this chain 3 leaves a little bit of a hole on my double crochet rows, which bothers me. So let me show you what I do for a double crochet when I start a row. Lift up your hook, pull the loop about twice the height of the shaft of your hook, hold the top down firmly, and you're going to rotate the hook towards your body. So rotate it around, holding that steady. You see I'm still holding it real tight. Yarn over and just go under that first loop. And now you can not hold it so tight. Yarn over and pull through the 2. And then I'll double crochet. I'll show you how it looks a little bit better. You can see I have this V stitch now to work into instead of the chain, which I love. And it actually creates less of a gap. See, this chain 3 created a gap, which I hate. So this will actually keep that hole from happening. So anytime you have a double crochet row of any project, you can use this. And that's what I do all the time because I don't like these holes and I don't like the way the chain 3 looks. So just something I thought I'd share, because you see this side doesn't have it because we didn't have a chain 3 on this side. It was a single crochet row. So if you want it to be even, try out that hack. Thanks for watching. See you next time.